Alright, here is some function terminology that you will probably be given whether you're going through trig or through calculus or whatever, and I just thought I'd simply explain it to you. First of all, you're going to be given the term linear function. This is linear function here, and you're going to be asked, well, what is it? Well, that is f of x equals mx plus b. Now you say, well, that looks kind of familiar. Then we have y equals mx plus b equaling slope. Yes, you did. Now, what's the difference between this equation and this equation? Well, if you'll remember, every element of the domain of a function is matched with only one element of the range. And I made a video about this a long time ago, and you need to check that out. Okay? So, if you have one element of the domain matched with one element of the range, then you have a function. Otherwise, it's just a relation. Okay? So the difference between a function and a relation is that one element of the domain is matched with one element of the range. Like I said, I covered that in a previous video. So check that out. And so, knowing that, the difference between this and this is a relation and this is a function. Okay? This is a relation, this is a function. Alright. Now, what if you have f of x equaling 0x plus b? Well, obviously, anytime you take a number times 0, it's going to be 0. Okay? If you don't believe me, just ask anybody that's done elementary arithmetic, and they'll tell you that anytime you take a number times 0, it's just going to be 0. Alright, so what that's going to leave you with is f of x equaling b. Now remember, this is still a function. That means that one element of the domain is matched with one element of the range. And so in this case, if f of x equals b, then it's called a constant function. That's all it is. Alright. What about an identity function? Well, let's say you have f of x equaling 1x plus 0. Well, whatever x is, you take it times 1, it's still going to be x, and you're adding nothing to it, so you end up with f of x equaling x, which ends up being the identity function. And that's it. There you go. 3 terms, you got it. Alright, I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.